This woman's disappearance is sure to have you on the edge of your seat. This is Alice Russell, who's been missing in the mountains of Australia for days. As if fending against the natural elements wouldn't be hard enough, these are the same woods that decades earlier claimed the lives of multiple women at the hands of the notorious, still-at-large serial killer Kobach. One of the lead detectives on this case, Aaron Falk's own mother, disappeared in these woods. Is Falk really the best person to be on this case given his trauma? Could Kobach really be striking again decades later? Or is this a copycat? It's literally a race against the clock for Alice to survive in this forest. And that clock may have less time than anyone thinks if Kobach really still is out there. Now the good news is that there is answers to this case, which you can find out for yourself on May 10th when The Force of Nature The Dry 2 hits theaters. While it's not true crime, it's truly thrilling with twists that you'll never see coming. As someone who loves to put clues together, I really enjoyed it and I think you will too. Have you, true crime junkies, ever thought that you have what it takes to solve a murder? Dr. Paulina Green was a famous botanist known for her scientific achievements when she was found murdered in Pine Barrens State Park. In case file Temptation and Trickery, everyone is a suspect and you're the detective. It's your job to figure out who murdered her, how they did it, where they did it, and why they killed her. But can you trust anything or anyone? Temptation and Trickery is Case File's first replayable game, perfect for any murder mystery game night with your friends and family. But whether or not you work together to solve Dr. Paulina Green's murder or use fake evidence to deceive your fellow detectives is completely up to you. The thrilling new murder mystery game Case File Temptation and Trickery is out right now, and I know you guys are gonna have so much fun playing this. I have always felt like the most chilling and intriguing true crime cases are ones where the victims are able to solve their own murders. Like a devoted father that is secretly able to record his own murder. Or a beloved pregnant teacher that sends her sister a photo of the location where her body will soon be buried. In this gripping true crime docuseries, these are the stories that are told. The victims that in their final moments leave behind unconventional breadcrumbs and haunting clues that will break the case and solve their own murder. If you want to hear more about these victim stories, you are definitely going to need to check out How I Caught My Killer that is streaming right now on Hulu. This was like the case that sparked Americans' interest in true crime. The unsolved murder of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman and the trial of O.J. Simpson, who lost his battle cancer yesterday. Did the answers to solving this case die with him? The bodies of O.J.'s ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ron were found by her neighbors after being led there by Nicole's dog. They were found in Nicole's home and believed to be attacked around 10:15 p.m. Only 6 minutes away was the home of O.J. O.J. was meant to be picked up by a limo driver around 11 p.m. that night, but no one answered for 15 minutes. The limo driver then claims that a shadowy figure that matched O.J.'s height and weight snuck into O.J.'s house, and then O.J. himself emerged from his home shortly after, claiming that he overslept. There was quite a lot of DNA that linked O.J. to this crime, including a glove that was found at the crime scene that had O.J.'s, Nicole's, and Ron's blood on it. And that glove's matching pair that was also covered in blood was found at O.J.'s property. O.J. allegedly also had just bought a knife that matched the one that was used in the crime, but it must have disappeared into thin air because he was never able to give that knife to the police. So when the investigators paired that, and then also there was so much other damning DNA evidence for the fact that Nicole was recently telling her friends and family that O.J. was going to kill her. Also, while O.J. and Nicole were married, the police got called to their home 9 times and O.J. was charged with spousal abuse. The investigators felt like they had a pretty good case against O.J., so they went to charge him with double murder, but O.J. tried to flee with his passport and a fake beard and mustache. There was this really silly police chase the entire time. O.J.'s threatening to unalive himself. Eventually, they did apprehend him, but the entire thing was just ridiculous. And then the trial for O.J. Simpson was huge. For context, even though the evidence against O.J. was overwhelming, at this time it's important to note that people really didn't trust the LAPD, especially the Black community. One of the lead detectives on this case was also an alleged racist, so O.J.'s defense lawyers really tried to push that O.J. was being set up and framed because he was Black. So when you pair all that with the fact that 8 out of the 12 jurors were African American, it became a whose side are you on kind of thing. And then after deliberating for only 4 hours, the jury came back with not guilty. And nowadays, that's how most people believe that OJ got away with murder. OJ then went on to release a book called If I Did It, which he described as a hypothetical confession, which is super strange and extremely insensitive to Nicole and Ron's families. I know a lot of people were thinking that since OJ's been extremely sick for a while, he would maybe do like some kind of deathbed confession, but it doesn't seem like that was the case. I am really interested to see all your guys' opinions on this case, so keep discussing with me in the comments.